research call. My name is Chris, otherwise known as the Conversion Crusader. I'm actually part of the crew over at the Freedom Club, which is a dropshipping course community. What are we? We're a place where you can learn the basics of how to build your own business. We're not here to just build dropshipping stores. We're here to help you build a customer-first brand and a customer-first business, because businesses last, but dropshipping stores do not. Now, if you want to learn how to do it properly, come on over. It is free to get started. And I think we do have a 30-day course that teaches you step-by-step how to actually launch a store and get yourself up and running. And if you like that content and you want to get quicker results, you can actually join our paid program and get access to coaches like me who will handhold you and help you find success. I can't find my words today. So with that in mind, let me get my students in, and we'll go and find some products. Welcome, Freedom Clubbers. My name is Chris, and I am here to help you find your dropshipping products. If this is your first time here, please come in the chat and say hello. Let me know what you're up to in the course. And if this is not your first time here, please feel free to say hello. And let me know what products you're looking for, because we're going to deep dive into product research, and who knows what we're going to find. Hello, Marie. Hello, Miranda. Welcome. Welcome, guys. If you do prefer to watch this on YouTube, you can. Let me grab the YouTube link right here. Imogen, day one. Well, if it is day one, make sure to click on that YouTube link and follow me. Oh, sorry, everybody. I am a few minutes late today. I do apologize. I was stuck in conversation. Michael, hello. Marisabel, hello. First time here. You thought this event wasn't happening? So happy to be here. I'm glad you're here. And again, sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. It's a tough time of night to start a call sometimes. All right. What we need to do, we need to get started. Miranda probably prematurely attended. You guys were all in the right. I was definitely late. All right. Just give me a second here. Let me get my screens organized, and then we can get started. Now, your choice to watch this over on Circle or on YouTube, people have told me that the video quality is better on YouTube, but you get to ask questions here. So up to you. And don't feel afraid to go over and give me a like and a subscribe on YouTube anyway, because that really helps me out. Now, let's get started. So let me share my screen. All right, first up, you need access to my product database. Now, this is my gift to you for showing up. Whoops. Everyone gets access to this, and the rule is, if I find products out there, and it happens to be anybody's store, including my own, if I find it on this stream, it goes in this spreadsheet. Nothing is sacred. This is e-commerce, and we have to remember, there are competitors everywhere. Your product will already be getting run by other dropshippers. And when you've launched your product, other dropshippers will find your store and run your product. It doesn't matter how many people run your product. What matters is how good you make your store, how good your offer is, how good your copy is, how good your ads are. And we're always trying to improve. So just for you newbies, my first and biggest success, this is Homecraftology. Sorry, let me rephrase it. This is my first and biggest success, Homecraftology. I've been running this store for 8 years now. We are not the only store selling these. There are countless of thousands of other competitors out there, and we pull in around about $1 million a year. So I've had 150,000 orders of this as of maybe a year and a half ago. I earned myself one of those Shopify awards for 150,000 orders. Our average order volume is around about 100 AUD. So you do the maths on that, but we've done nearly, I think, over $12 million US in sales. I think those are the numbers. I could be That could be a little bit low ball or a little bit high ball there. I can't remember. It's been a lot. I've had countless other stores in between. Some are still running, some are not. Some have been sold. And I'm here to help you guys build your stores. Are these the little bead sticker things? They're not stickers, but they are diamonds. It's this.
These little diamonds melt my stress and anxiety every single day. Let me show
That's my wife, by the way.
how these kits come with everything you need.
So yeah, that's what we sell. Well, that's one of the things that we sell. My e-commerce journey has brought me from here all the way now. We're now selling fashionable bags, and we have other crafting stores, and I've sold puzzles, I've sold cross stitching, I've sold paint by numbers. I have some of these on my store as well. We got cross stitching kits here, and we have a cross stitching brand called Stitch Craftology. We've done scratch painting. We've done all of the kits. Marie, your girlfriend is obsessed with diamond painting. She probably knows me. Well, not me personally. She probably knows of home craftology. She's probably a customer. No doubt. Okay, that's my story. We're here for you guys. So my point was, we have a lot of competitors. I even have students asking if it's okay if they jump on in and start selling diamond painting kits. And you know what? Of course it is. Of course it is. I don't own diamond painting kits, and neither does anybody. So if you see a product in this sheet, it is yours for the taking. Let me go through what this means. If it's red, avoid it. Not because I don't want you to sell it, it's because it's probably not a good example of a product to sell. For whatever reason, I didn't think that it was going to make you money. If it's orange, it looks cool, but some products look cool for a few days and then they die off, or a few weeks and they die off. And I don't want you to be in that situation. It can't be avoided sometimes, but if I see one that I think is in that situation, it'll go orange. If it's a white product, up for anybody, it's a good product. White products are great. If it's green, it's just as good as the white products. It's just, I think it could be easier for a first-time person to start off with green. It doesn't mean you need to necessarily only choose a green. It just means I think it's easy for you guys to start off with one. Now, there is a bit of a balancing act here. Sometimes if it's easy, sometimes that can mean that it might not be as lucrative as something else. It might not scale as much as something else, but I do think it's easier to get started. If it's gold, either I have sold it in the past, I am working on selling it, or I am going to sell it. So gold is something that I personally like. That doesn't mean that golds are better and you should only pick golds. I just want to be completely upfront with you guys. And so if you see me marking something as gold, you're going to see me in the newsfeed eventually. And that's fine. I just don't want anybody complaining that Chris told me to sell this product and now he's selling it. And oh my God, no. This is ecom. This is dog eat dog world. I'm here to help, but I'm also your competitor. So listen up and I'll help you compete with me. Man, that sounds really big-headed, but that is the way it is. All right, so now you might be thinking, oh, okay, Chris, this is great. Let me look at all of these in October and I'll pick one. Listen, don't just pick October. Go back in time. Have a look. Whoops. Oh, July, August. Go back in time. If we see a product, say, let's just pick one from April. If we see one here, and let's look at this one, dog teeth clean. Okay. First of all, is the website still running? Let's have a look. No, just let me go to the website. Here we go. Is the website still running? Yes, website's still running. Okay. Are the ads still live? Let's take a look at the ads. Now, this is the Facebook library. When you run an ad on Facebook, it goes in the library and anybody around the world can see exactly what you're doing. That's the way Facebook works. That's why marketers like myself have such an easy time figuring out what to sell. Is this company still selling teeth whitening? It looks like it. Oh, this is deworming. Deworming sticks. Okay, let's have a look, see if there's any teeth whitening. It does. Oh, no, maybe. Oh, hey, hold on. What's this thing? Yeah, I think that is teeth whitening. Dental spray. Yeah, it's still running. And that's been running since April. So there's a darn good chance that they're probably still making money. and therefore this would be a very strong product to run. We have loads and loads and loads of months of data here to go off. You get the point? All right, let's move on. Now it is November, so I need to create a brand new sheet, duplicate, and move that over here, November. And let's start again. All right, make these all white. So the spying tool of my choice is called PiPi Ads. Now, if you want to use PiPi Ads, by all means you can. You don't need to. So Alston's favorite tool is Minia, each to their own. One of my favorite thing about PiPi Ads is that we get data very, very quickly from both Facebook and Instagram, but also from TikTok. One of my favorite things to do is find things that are trending on TikTok and see if we can bring them over to Facebook. Because usually when we do that, we can have a higher likelihood of success of finding a product that maybe even hasn't peaked yet. So we're going to be using PiPi Ads. If you do want to use this tool and you do want to sign up, because it is a paid program, you head over to my YouTube channel. There's a link in the description of the video that will give you 20% off if you did want that. And it is an affiliate link, but you do get 20% off the tool, so it is pretty cool. And I don't just use this tool because they gave me an affiliate link. I can get an affiliate link from anywhere. I use this tool because of all the spying tools that I've used while I've been doing this stream. This is the best. It is the fastest to navigate. It's got the freshest data, and at the moment, it's my favorite. My favorite can change, just depends on the market. Yeah, PiPi Ads is a subscription service. I'm here using the highest tier. So this is a pro account, or they give me an advanced account. It should be pro account, but all right, whatever. All right, let's have a look. So there's a bunch of different ways that we can look at data. We're going to look at e-commerce, and we're going to do, you know what? Let's do ad products and TikTok and Facebook. We want Shopify products. We want United States, Australia. Where else do we want? United Kingdom. And Australia. Well, we got Australia. New Zealand. Damn it, they didn't get any of them. Where did they go? Let me try that again. Australia. United States, United Kingdom, Canada. That'll do. That'll do. And let's just do a scroll. Now, what we're looking for products that have been running for a little while. We're looking for products that solve a problem. I'm looking for products that have a high margin. So usually the price of the product is a good indication of a margin. And look, I know a lot of you guys will be interested in maybe selling protein powders. I personally avoid things that you eat because I do worry about the quality coming from places like China. But if you did want to do a beauty product or a consumable product, you can still run them. You can test out a product from China just for a few sales. And if you do get sales, you could go and get an Australian laboratory to create it. But that's a whole other step. I wouldn't do that as my first product. So I would avoid products like these for my first product. 3-in-1 swivel wireless folding charger. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's see what this one is doing. $54 USD, which means we're selling this for about $85, $89. We've got two different versions. And this store looks absolutely disgusting. This is terrible. Now that usually is a bit of a red flag for me. If the store looks terrible, they could be making money just trying to do their best to sell as many products as possible and find one that sticks and hopefully scale that one up. But they've been running these for 90 days. Okay. Started in July, still running. These are Facebook ads. So what we can do now is we can actually go and find these Facebook ads. Oh, that's cool. That's new. Advertiser analytics. That's cool. What have we got here? We have a steady climb in ads. That's what we want to see. Okay. All right. Let's go see the meta ad library. Okay. What I want to do now is just check with these guys. So they're called the Urban Geek. I'm going to go to the library. So for those of you who don't know how to get to Facebook ad library, go to Google. Type in Facebook ad library. And it's right here. Then what you want to go do is select your country. I do all, category, all, and type in the keyword. We're looking for the Urban Geek, which was the name of the store. And these are all the ads they have running right now. Some products that started a couple of days ago. And some ads that started in October. Now, to me, this doesn't look like they're scaling. Honestly, it looks like they're just floundering around. And why? They don't have a lot of different UGC contents. They don't have a lot of high quality image ads. They're just kind of just thrown these together with ads from the competitors.
Media that aren't just smart, they're street smart. The TS1s are here to flex with more than just sound.
Pretty sure that's...
Noise cancellation plus ENC.
No, I was going to say it's AI, but it doesn't look like it now.
Custom EQ and spatial surround. Your playlist.
So that was on the 3rd of November. Yeah, look, I'm not loving this one. Let's move on. We're looking for strong signals. Something that we know is definitely making money. Easy money. The Overthinkers Guided Journal. Pretty cool. Okay. We're not going to be selling Christmas items. I would highly recommend not selling anything that's seasonal. What is that thing? As a new starter, is this a forum to ask my opinion on primary product? Absolutely. That is exactly what this is. All right, we've got ads that are steadily climbing. It looks pretty good. Pop in your links here to any product you're thinking about running, and I can give you my opinion. In fact, when you've chosen your product, I'm the guy who goes and has a look and decides if that's a product that I do the approval is what I'm trying to say, to let you know if it's going to work or not. Yeah, so this guy's the VUT store. They got no active ads. They've turned them all off. Now, they could have turned them all off because they're not profitable, or they could have turned them all off for any host of other reasons. They could have run out of money briefly, or their account could have charged a credit card and it failed. The website here looks really nice. The product is quite nice too. The price point, amazing. I'm going to keep this one on my list. I'm not going to make this one green, or this is going to be an orange product. We're going to see how this one goes. So Facebook ads. This is the actual product here. DEA Beauty dot. And this is the PiPi ads and link right here. And nobody run this. We're going to come back in a couple of days. We're going to see if they're still running. We're going to see if the ads are back up. And we're going to take a good look. Are products with the pet industry and water fountain bowl good considerations? Yeah, the pet industry are fantastic considerations. There's a bunch of products with pets that do really, really well. I will request access if you can grant that now. But I mean, people ask me, is so-and-so niche good? And nearly always the answer is yeah, absolutely. Shadow liner, avoid that. I'm not saying you can't sell shadow liner. I'm not looking for that kind of thing. I'm looking for more bigger problems. A range hood, not the kind of problem that we want. Nylon lift shorts. I mean, they do solve a problem. They make your butt look nice, that's for sure. But the problem with selling fashion items like this is sizing. We want to avoid people sending the product back for sizing. Last thing you need to be worrying about is getting returns. Okay, we got muscle stimulator, Pilates machine, bread knife, pet grooming vacuum, and cooling blanket. All of these are good except for the cooling blanket and the pet grooming vacuum. I'm undecided. I think I've had one student maybe do well with that one. Maybe, I can't remember. Bread knife, great. Pilates machine, fantastic. Just make sure you don't call it reformer machine or mention reformer at all anywhere. And a muscle stimulator. I think this is the one that I'm thinking. Yeah, it's cool. It's awesome. That's great. So yeah, good sleuthing. Thoughts on back and neck stretcher posture corrector. Oh, I have to see the link. Lumbar stretcher. Again, I have to see the link on that one. Potentially good. Potentially good. Okay, how about inflatable car mattress? All right, hold on. Let me see this one. Inflatable car mattress. You have a pet grooming vacuum and you love it? Well, see, I had a couple of years ago. That doesn't make any sense. We had a student a year ago and they were running the vacuum and it didn't work out well for them. So that one didn't work. But I think I had from memory, a student was running it and getting a few sales. So maybe the market shifted on that product and maybe it's not a bad idea. Curious, why avoid the word reformer? Because reformer is trademarked, and if you put that on your website, you will get taken down faster than you can put it together. Due to rights, yes, exactly. All right, so the car mattress inflatable air seat SUV backseat camping bed travel. Stupid name for a product. But yeah, this looks actually pretty cool. I'm just having a dark thought, you know, with the housing crisis where it is, maybe people are buying these to go sleep in their cars, but this actually looks like a nice bed. And this would fit in my little SUV if we were doing some camping. Yeah, I actually think this is great. Good job. Elliot, you've got this back and neck stretcher. Let's take a look. Yeah. This could definitely work. It looks actually quite nice. It looks like a high quality machine or device or thing. It's not a machine. Yeah, that glorifying homelessness. Yes. Sorry, it's bad. I have a bad sense of humor. I do apologize. No, I don't apologize. I don't apologize at all. Yeah. So I won't say the exact product, but we had a student come through with a similar type of product, and I was like, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. But you know what? It did work. It works very, very well. And so now I know if you have the right website and you have the right video, products like this can work very well. It's more about it's selling. We don't sell features. So this does have some nice features, and you will mention features on your website, but we're not here to sell features. We're here to sell outcomes. We're here to sell emotions. Like, can you imagine a life where your back pain is alleviated rather than this back stretcher is made of foam and this? No, it's like, this is going to alleviate your back pain. It's going to help you pick up your grandchildren. So yeah, you get what I mean. I'm not here to teach you how to sell tonight. That's my next call after this. In this call, we're finding products. So we had the car mattress. Anything else you guys want me to look at? Oh, what's this one? Breathe Smart. When making the videos for ads, do you need to buy the products to produce the videos, or is there another way? There's many ways. And look, so what I normally do, okay, is if I've got an idea, the first thing I do is I put it on my store. Second thing that I do is I go to our in-house video guy, Bilal, up here in the Freedom Club, and I say, mate, launching this product, go make me a video. And what he does is he goes off to TikTok, he finds other people selling this product on TikTok, and he splices together a unique but video it's got footage borrowed from a range of other people. And while you might get done for copyright in some time, it is good enough to run as a test. So I'll run my test and I'll see if I get any sales or clicks or add to carts. And I look at my data and decide if this is something I want to continue. If I've gotten some positive results, some positive signals from the product, what I'll do then is I'll actually buy the product myself and I'll seek out UGC from either the Freedom Club or I've got my own UGC people that I trust. I'll go out there, I'll seek UGC videos. For those of you who don't know, UGC stands for user generated content, and they're the type of ads that you don't realize you're watching an ad until it's too late. You're just watching a pretty girl or a good looking guy talking about a way they solved a problem, and it just so happens they're promoting an ad. So if the product works, then I go and invest in the UGC, but I also buy it for myself so that I can feel the experience of the product. And I showed you home craftology before, because if I show you one of our products, we're not just drop shipping, okay? We started by drop shipping. But what we have now is a completely customized product that we've worked with our supplier to create. And we got a custom box, we've got custom packaging. These canvases are printed to our specifications. These packages here come with Ziploc bags that we've requested our diamonds to come in. We've got these custom tools here that no other stores sell. And how I did this was by getting feedback from my customers. So if I go over to Facebook, how I got so much feedback was a combination of videos. Sorry, not videos. A combination of emails plus this group that I created, which has 23,000 members in it. And I promoted this group just through my emails. And I built this up and I said to people, how can I improve my product? And the point of what I'm saying is you might start with a product that is very simple and very basic, just from eBay or AliExpress, probably not AliExpress, because if you're going to buy from AliExpress, I would prefer you went through our supplier who can help you maintain quality a little bit better. And you start with that and you get feedback from your customers and from yourself, and you modify your product over time to have better packaging, better instructions. Maybe you find a better factory to make it. Maybe you put your logo on it and you make it something that's truly yours. Here's one of mine right here. And then you end up with a product that puts you way ahead of the market and everyone else is left trying to catch up. That's where we're going with this. And now in terms of ads, yes, I pay for lots and lots of UGC, user generated content. But if we go have a look at the home craftology ads over on Facebook, you will see that the best ads that I've been running for the last, 4 years, this is one of my best ads. It's just me talking about my product and doing my product live on the camera. And there's one here, my wife and I, we did a stream where we showed everybody our product live on the stream. We recorded it and we'd talk everybody through. It's a 6-minute video. It's my best ad. It's just us talking through what's in what makes our kit special. So you might find your best ad. Yeah, Leppies, I do see your chat, my friend. I'll get to you in a second. Your best ad may be what we call a founder video, which is what we call these ones, which is just the founder talking openly and honestly about their products and why they brought them to market. All right, now Leppies, good morning. Do you think you could get good results in the Australian market? Absolutely. In fact, over here at the Freedom Club, everyone that I'm talking to right now in my chat over at the Freedom Club, we got 20 people watching. They're all here marketing to Australia, and we have people doing, many people doing 100K a month plus just in Australia. So I started in Australia and I moved to the worldwide one by one. And so I target the big countries. But Aussie market is huge and there are lots of good buyers. What do I think of TikTok ads? I absolutely hate TikTok ads. And look, it's just my experience. I haven't ever had a good result from TikTok ever. So I don't do TikTok ads, but I do TikTok style ads over on Facebook where they absolutely dominate. All right, I'll pop this in the chat too. This is the Freedom Club. If you do want to check it out, this is where I coach, and these are the people that we're talking to right now. All right, let's go back and look for more products. We haven't found a winning product yet today. What's this Breathe Smart? Let's take a look. $179. I like the price point. So we're going for a 3 times margin whenever we look at a product, at least a 3 times margin. At $179, this might probably cost $40 to $50 to buy, which is cool. We can then make $120 profit. It might cost to get a customer on Facebook maybe $25 to $60, somewhere between there. That gives us a profit margin of about $50. So this could work quite well. The Breathe Smart. It does say coming soon. I'm not going to pop this in the list because this is a bit different. This has the app but you know what? These machines are so bloody cheap to buy from China. And anyone who's selling them, like Harvey Norman or any of those guys, like, people think dropshipping is a scam. Bloody Harvey Norman is a scam because they're taking these products and they're the exact same models with the exact same mold. Not mold that grows in your walls on your food, but the mold that makes the plastic. The exact same mold between brands, and all they're changing is the logo and charging $400 or $500 for this hunk of plastic. It's basically a fan and a HEPA filter. You could jimmy one of these up with duct tape for $20. And that's where I think the true scam is. So yeah, I do think air filters are a good product. I do. I'm not going to put this one on there though. Doesn't mean you can't launch an air filter that looks just the same. You know what? Actually, the hell with it. We're going to put air filters. I know it's got an app. You don't need an app. You literally just need to be able to turn the thing on and off. And some of these, even from China, are going to have an app anyway that you can use that's probably free. All right, and here's the PiPi ads link here. As someone who loves crafting, you're quite amazed with my website. However, something on my mind is that not all products can be customized and evolved like I have done with Diamond Crafts. Would it be plausible to say some stores were set up might just get revenue? Hold on. Would it be plausible to say some stores we set up might just get some revenue to fund a bigger, better product? Sure. Getting to fully customize it. There is nothing stopping anybody in this course to ever not customize their product. I can't think of a single product that you can't make better. Right? Case in point, my other website that I'm running right now, Stones and Ash. We're running this anti-theft sling bag right now. And we're getting pretty good results. But that's not stopping us from actually reaching out to manufacturers, because this is just one that we found off of our supplier. It's you can get it from AliExpress. It's a stock standard sling bag. So we've now, with the help of some agents over in China, we've now developed our own unique sling bag that looks like nothing else on the market, and we're releasing it as soon as we can. It'll be going into production pretty soon, actually. So there's nothing stopping you from starting with one product and bringing out another product on your brand. So you want to, like, if you're thinking about branding, and you like, let's just say, what was this one that you guys gave me before? What's this UV cleaning bottle? Let's take a look at this one. UV cleaning bottle. Perfect. Good product. Really good example of a good product. Don't know if it actually does what it says on the tin, but you may take this and you may realize once you buy it that the outer coating just doesn't keep your stuff cold enough. So you might go and say, hey, let's go find someone who can make something very similar in rubber, or put some extra insulation in there. And you know how you do that? You go to Alibaba. You take a screenshot of this. Let's do this right now. I know this is getting ahead of the game. I know this isn't exactly what you guys came here for. So we take a screenshot of this, go to Alibaba. Okay. Go away. Image search, copy my image in. Here is the product. Now, a lot of these vendors on Alibaba, they're going to have a minimum order. So we only do this once we've tested a product out. Once we know we got a market, once you've got an email list, that you're growing and that you can promote this new product to on the email list or your Facebook following, or just the previous customers or whatever. You just know you know you've got a market. So we can take a look through some of these and figure out which one of these are built the best, and we can actually start to have conversations with the factory manager of the places that's making this. And look, this one's even got a breakdown of the actual layering. So you can then choose the best quality version of this, because the ones that are cheaper, we've got one here starting at $4.50. This one might not have as many layers on it. And this is probably the one that people on AliExpress and eBay are selling, because it looks very similar, but it's probably not made the same. And then you can come and have a look at the more expensive ones that do more things or have more features, and you can get some samples sent to you so you can test them out at home. Once you've found the one that you like, you can even say, hey, we need you to add a holding thing. What do you call those things? A handle. We want you to add a handle to the top, or we want you to flare the bottom out so that it looks like one of those what are those bottles everyone goes nuts about right now, the Stanley bottles. You know, you can make a Stanley bottle looking version of this. You can even have the manufacturer come up with some sort of bag to put it in it. I don't know. You can do anything, but you need to have those conversations with these guys. Once you can show them, hey, we're selling the similar one, and we've had lots of sales, and we're willing to go all in. Those are the conversations that we have. When I was looking at upgrading my crafts, it was always a conversation with the vendor of how many sales that we're currently getting and how many sales we think we can get when we improve it. And when they know that you can get more sales, they will bend over backwards to help you. Okay, let's look for some more products. Any other questions, guys? You guys finding this useful? Earbuds. I've never even looked at selling earbuds. I actually think it might be an interesting market. These look pretty similar to the Samsung earbuds of this year. I honestly think that the Samsung and the Apple tax, you know, the extra thing they want you to pay, like to have the Apple logo, I think is ridiculous. I know, but this one's actually this is an Indian company, so we need to avoid this because we're not going to be looking at stuff that's working in India, because that's not necessarily what's going to be working in Australia. The Inch Interior homebody workout machine. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure we had a student sell these who did okay. I'm pretty sure. Good website. Yep. Excellent website. Let's have a look at the ads. I actually need to go into the ads itself. Where are the ads? Here we go. So we're going to grab their page name, and we're going to go into the Facebook library. You're keen to make the right steps for testing the products you've shortlisted. What would be some explicit examples you could give to someone just starting out? Explicit examples. It's a bit rude, isn't it? We barely know each other. Ooh, which one are they? The Inch Interior or the Inch Interior 2? I think they're this one. I think the best example of I'm just trying to understand what you're asking me. Some explicit examples that I could give to somebody starting out, yet to launch their first primary. My advice to you is don't stop the momentum. Don't let anything stop you from continuing to build your store out, to get feedback from our coaches here on your store layout and your copy, showing up to my calls in the growth class that comes after this once you're launched, continuously working and keeping that momentum going to get your store launched as quickly as possible, because your first product may or may not work. Your first angle may or may not work, but we'll get you there. We will get you there. We've had students, we have some students, probably 20%, I think, of students will make money on their first product. and then maybe 40 to 50% of students who continue on and work hard will then make money on the second product. And then once, if you haven't made money on those two, and it could be just a different way of selling the same product. Maybe you just needed to change the angle up or change the well, that's the word, the angle. But the third product, we've had people who launched two products, didn't quite get there, didn't quite get it, and then by the third one, they're like, the penny drops. I get what I'm supposed to do now. I get the whole thing. I've had enough time practicing. They find the perfect product, they lay their store out, and boom. And then those people are usually in like leveling up to the gold level of membership within, you know, the first 2 or 3 weeks of running their product. And if you want to talk to someone who's done that, well, you want to go talk to some of our coaches. So Diane would be the coach that I would talk to when you're feeling like it's not going to work out. She would definitely be the one to give you the right words of advice. All right, so this Inchinator. They've been running these ads for now. They haven't even been touched since September. That's a good sign. They have a lot of different UGC ads. That means like these ads probably cost about $200 each to get made for them. And they look distinct. Like this one, they're not the same. These are all completely different ads. So they're investing big time in these ads. This is working for them. This is our first green product for the week. The product itself, it's not too heavy. It can be shipped. It may be expensive from China, but you probably can get a good deal on that. And you can probably sell this from eBay too if you just want to do that. The landing page, this is a gorgeous example of a landing page. And this is going to be what you need to build. Like, it's got to be the same level of quality or a competing level of quality, because this is the template that we know. If you build a store like this and you use ads like those, you're likely to find success. And what I like about it is just this thing here that they had when she first came onto the camera and the bum was doing waves. That is an amazing attention getter. That bit there, that's an amazing attention getter on Facebook. You start your video like that and people are going to watch. Mostly men, but women too. So what is this thing? The Inchinator. Okay. I apologize to the student who was running this. This wasn't their website, but they were running this. I do apologize, but we found it on the stream and fair's fair. It's an easy win product, I think. I do think. All right, we might have time to find one more today before we close off this call. Sling bag? Don't know about that sling bag, but sling bags in general are pretty good. Shaving, oh, I don't know about that one. $88 for a shaver. Glass line whiskey lowball. I need to have a look. It just looks interesting. What are you selling? No, too gifty. We're not here to sell gifts. I mean, yeah, they're going to do well in December, but if you can't get those products delivered on time, plus then you're going to have a really big gift season and a really bad rest of the year. Detox Light, essential food cleaning, ozone only model. I have tried to sell this before and I didn't get much traction, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. Keyboards, they're already on the list from a few weeks ago. I really do think that stylized, simplified keyboards, I think, are a trending product. Magnetic lashes, they're definitely on the list from ages ago. That's a classic example of probably an easy product to sell, but look at that, low margins. Not an easy product to make profitable. This looks great. It's expensive, probably high margin. You probably make a lot of money per sale, but it's going to be way too expensive to ship something like that. Way too expensive. Backpacks. Yeah. Backpacks can do really well. Let's have a look at this one. £260. Nostalgic products like retro keyboards? No, I haven't sold them, but I absolutely want to. If I had more time in the world, I would absolutely love to. You know why? Because my daughter, she bought herself one, and then my son saw it, and he's like, I want that one. And so they bought themselves these retro-looking keyboards that are buttery smooth. You noticed a lot of pet products are well below the 100 price threshold. Would it be better to focus on them on themed bundles if you can't find a winning major item? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Sometimes you could start with a cheap product, maybe something sub $100, like I do. Like my product here, the main one that we're selling is sub $100. We're buying this one for what, $23, and we're selling it for, that's Australian, and then we're selling it for $44.95 USD. So it's roughly 3 times margin. Not quite there, but we do make more money. So we don't make any money when someone just comes to the store and buys one. We're break even on that. But we do make money when someone comes to the store and buys two, especially when they add it to their cart and they go and they make an upsell right here. So the upsells that we're running here, we've got a wallet and we've got a travel wallet down here and a priority processing. And then we make more money when we actually send them an email every week and we go show them the other bags that we got. It'll be the same for pet products too. And the name of the game here is to build a business. The name of the game here is not to necessarily worry about making enormous profits off the very first product that you sell. You're building a business, which means building trust, building customers, building people who open your emails, and building people who come back and buy off you more and more and more times. For Homecraftology, I've got customers who have ordered from me 40 or 50 times. I kid you not. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm probably underquoting, because I do remember there was someone I opened up my stream once and I showed everybody some of my top customers, and we had someone like order 40, 50 or 60 times. I can't remember how many times, but it was a lot. Now you have to remember, you're buying customers off Facebook. And when I buy a customer for Homecraftology off Facebook, it costs about $40 to buy a customer. To get a sale on Facebook, around about $40. Now, it's no good to me if they only buy off me once. My job is to make sure that they trust me and they have a good experience, and that my support staff are welcoming, so that they come back and buy from me again and again and again, and make that investment in buying that customer more worthwhile. All right, ladies and gents, I know we only found 3 for the week, but I feel like I gave you guys a lot of value. I hope I did. I hope you learned a lot this session. I will be back for more product research on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Brisbane time. Circling back to the idea of, let me just bring this over here for 1 sec. Circling back to the idea of keyboard, wouldn't most of the keyboards come with a brand of some sort? Is that barrier to build a dropshipping store? Never. You can sell a product that has a brand on it. Think of Maya. They sell other brands all the time. But you will also find that a popular brand will bring out a product, and then a Chinese factory will go and make a very similar product unbranded. And you can sell that product. And if you like it, if it sells well, you can go and stick your brand right on it. It costs like $1 to laser etch your brand on a product. So just, if you want to go sell keyboards, give it a test, see if it works. And if it does, I'll help you brand it. I literally will. You just come into one of my streams and say, hey, Chris, we had some sales. We want to brand this thing. We want to get supplies. What do I do? And I will hook you up with our supplier. All right, guys, I've got to go to the next call. I will be on the growth call in about 2 minutes if you guys want to stick around and ask some questions there. And if not, I will see you guys on Sunday. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Thursday night's masterclass. My name is Chris, and I'm here to help you with your Facebook ads, your Shopify stores, and your conversion rate, and help you make more money. I forgot to mention emails. Whatever it is that's going to make you more money on your e-commerce stores, this is the place you want to be if you want to learn e-commerce. And just give me a second while I get my house in order here. Did this not work out properly? Let me go live on the Freedom Club. I think Google's playing funny buggers with me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the masterclass. Just give me a second, guys. I'm just trying to sort out my YouTube over here. If you want to watch this on YouTube, feel free. I'm just getting you the link.